Stopping by Woods on a Snowy Evening by Robert Frost. The poem begins, Whose woods these are, I think I know. So the poet is telling that he actually might be knowing to whom the woods means a small forest, belongs to, and his house is in the village. Now, the probably the owner of the woods would not be very happy to see the author or the poet standing over there and enjoying the beauty of the woods. Or else, because he is in the village, he is unable to see that the poet is enjoying or the narrator is enjoying the beauty of the woods. Now, those days there was a code passed in the American law, the Yankee Code, that trespassers would not be allowed in any property. So you have to have the permission of the owner to visit a property. Probably that also can be a reason to which the narrator is referring to. And he is standing there and he is enjoying the beauty of the woods filling up with snow. My little horse, little, not only probably it is a pony or a small horse, but another reason for which he is referring to as little is the horse is very dear to him, very close to his heart. Must think it queer, very strange to stop without a farmhouse near. Farmhouse is a place where they have, it's kind of an inn and a place attached along with it where the animals, the animals who were driving the carriages, the horses mainly, were given food and water. And therefore the horse finds it very strange that how come his master is standing where there is no farmhouse, because that is what he is used to. And it is between the woods and the frozen lake. They are standing on a road. On one side there is the woods, the beautiful woods covered with snow, and one side the lake which is frozen because it is very cold. The darkest evening of the year. This line suggests actually that it is the month of December, precisely darkest evening, the winter solstice, 21st of December. So it is very cold. Now, as he moves on, the poet is so mesmerized by the beauty surrounding him that he is not aware of everything. But the horse, who has been personified by using the word he, it shakes the bells which are tied to its neck, to ask, to make his master remember, make his master aware whether he has done a mistake by standing over there where there is no farmhouse, nothing to wait for. So it's just a deserted place. The only other sounds that sweep, please remember children, there are this is very, very important. What are the sounds? Number one, the harness bells, which we have already seen, of easy wind. Easy wind means slowly moving breeze, and downy flake, the soft snow. Now, what is downy? Actually, downy is a kind of a bird, which is brown in color, has very soft feathers. And here, the snowflakes have been compared to the softness of the feathers of that bird, and therefore it is a metaphor. Okay, so the softness of the snow has been compared to the softness of the feathers of the bird, brown color bird. And now we move on to the final stanza where the poet describes the beautiful woods to be lovely, dark and deep. There are a lot of alliterations where the first consonant is repeated. In the first line we are saying whose woods. Now here we have dark and deep. So dark and deep here refers to the beauty. The darkness is the temptation that is within the woods. But I have promises to keep. But the narrator, the poet, he has promises. He has prior appointments which he has to fulfill. And miles to go before I sleep, and miles to go before I sleep. These two lines, the figure of speech used is refrain. Refrain is a figure of speech, refrain, to emphasize or focus on the point of view which the poet wants to put forward. The repetition of consecutive lines. And what does he mean by this? There are two meanings. First, he has a lot of time to lot of work to do, lot of work to complete before he takes rest, sleep, go to slumber. But another one is whole life we have a lot of work, we have a lot of duties to fulfill, responsibilities to fulfill before he can sleep. Here the sleep suggests death. So the whole poem, though very simple, actually talks about, though we are attracted by so many tempting things around us, we should not forget about our duties which have been assigned to us. Thank you.